Chiller Theater, it's our kind of show. It's a happy show, it's a scary show. It's our show, you know. And speaking of our, ladies and gentlemen, it's the huge and upsetting Dr. Moreau. I am the small and upsetting Ned the Dead, and together...
Say hello to my little friend.
Say hello to my little friend. That's exactly. Thank you, Tony. Hey, Tony. Do you like that movie, Scarface? Did you like that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Shoot 'em
I
up.
actually have that baby on DVD.
I have yet to do it in 5.1 surround.
Oh, man.
I have yet to do that.
I'm guessing there's some moments in that movie that are nice. It's a nice movie. It is. Yeah. Hey, all right, so...
it's working again.
I know. Well, what did you do?
It took a vacation.
Did you actually have to go in? Did it just work through osmosis, or did you have to have it repaired?
The monkey I had last week, he peed on it.
Yeah, he peed on me, sadly, too. I love that, man. May I smell your orb? That's just, I mean, how many dudes smell each other's stuff? You know what? Well, and I didn't, you know what I'm saying. I meant that in a way, unlike the way that many of you will, you know, whatever. Yeah, get it out of the gutter, okay? Everybody get that out of the gutter. All right, let's talk about the Brainiac, shall we?
Brainiac.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, this is the classic. I would like to hear it sometimes in the original Spanish, because I'm not totally sure that, you know, it's not meant to be a parody.
Oh,
I don't know. But it's a wild ride.
It is a wild ride. It's one of the dumbest looking creatures ever, but it's still a good movie. I like it. It's got a plot. I mean, it's fun. Yeah, it's got a plot that makes sense, that's plausible, and it's fun.
A practicing dogmatist before the Holy Inquisition. And,
I love dogma.
You know, it's got bad astronomy in it, and
like
brain sucking.
Catma and dogma. Let's get to the movie. What? I love Catma.
The good news is, you get to be the guest of honor at your own barbecue.
That's right.
You got to wear a funny hat.
And you're also the meat. That's the unfortunate part.
Man.
And I know.
What a long litany of charges against him.
Well, I like how he was dressed in the clothing of shame. Because I, on the other hand, am dressed in the clothing of someone who just doesn't know what looks good. You know, he, on the other hand, dressed in the clothing of shame. I am far thinner than I used to be, though. I don't know if I don't know if that seems as apparent to the rest of the world here. But there is a significant loss here.
I should say.
You know, I mean, I've actually lost Lil Ned, and now, seriously, I mean, I'm feeling pretty darn good that way. You know what I mean?
You look good.
I mean, the litany of charges was very interesting, and he gets to suffer some debasement, which I love.
Yeah.
I mean, there's many times when my parents would they'd send me right down the stairs and suffer in debasement, you know. Pretty much, you know, I actually had a room in the basement.
Yeah.
So the basement for me is nothing new. I mean, I've been debased.
I love the basement. My dad kept his Playboys in the basement. So to this day,
there we go, kids.
A little mildew.
Well, thank you. Yeah, a little
brings
mildew.
It all back.
There's some mildew and some mildew. And that, I don't want to explore what those are. That was not very nice. Speaking of Playboys, ladies and gentlemen, it's the unusual Logan. How are you there, Loganator?
Good. Doing good.
Yeah,
what's on your little slate? You're a graphics artist.
Do you have any sassy magazines at home, Logan? Nice.
Hey, those are brains.
That's
honor of the movie.
Brains.
Logan, I gotta say, man, the dude is stepping up.
Yeah.
Hey, weird Josh is back there, too. Say, yell something, Josh.
Something, Josh.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, wheeling that other camera around wildly. You're probably wondering, how come Josh doesn't get to be on? Well, we're not sure. We just know that he can't, you know, but we're not completely sure why. All right, so we're going to go back to the Brainiac. Good things happen in this movie. It's all good from here on out.
Except the astronomy. The astronomy is bad.
Yeah,
bad astronomy.
Hey, the comet dropped her grocery bag. Did you notice that?
A porta potty might have fallen off a truck.
Right.
Too.
I mean, it does have that kind of a look. You know, this costume to me, it's 1/3 wolf, I think, 1/3 lobster, and then like 1/3 Robin Hood, maybe. You know, kind of a. Well, the sucking tendrils. I like to call those sucking tendrils because they're, you know, I actually would like that because in many ways, you know, you consider liquid when you're having liquids, right? I mean, it takes. If you had a sucking tendril that you could just lower into the liquid, imagine how much more pleasant that would be.
To take the temperature?
No, not to take the temperature, to actually sample the liquid. I mean, let's say that you had a bowl of, let's say, ramen on the thing with the delicious, luscious ramen broth. John's actually leaving the building now with the camera. That's one of the problems. Yeah.
Bring that camera back.
Josh's last job he lost because he actually took the camera right with him. The last station Josh worked at, he took a $400,000 camera, rolled it into the back of his van, and then just split. So that's why they make the doors a little smaller here. No, that is not pleasant. All right, so
I'm about to transform.
I was talking about the sucking tendrils.
The eyes.
If you were able with soup, let's say I like to eat and read, right? But if you got soup, it's harder to eat and read. You're doing this business here, tilting your head so you don't run it down the front of your shirt. If you, let's say I could just hold up the Journal Sentinel and then just allow the tendrils to go into it and just suck the juice while reading the paper. With a noise a lot like that's acceptable in some countries, by the way. Not in this country, however.
It compliments to the chef.
Well, yeah, sure, thanks. In other places. But when you make the suckling noise while we're next to each other here behind the booth, it upsets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, everybody, let's get back to the Brainiac. We need you, we love you, we thank you. We got some mail, too. Goodbye. Come on.
The cephalic matter was sucked out through these openings. I haven't heard Doc Robbins use that yet on CSI.
No, cephalic is, in fact, that is the brain, though.
Matter.
It is cephalic matter. You know what I'm saying?
Cephalic.
Let me say, I got a letter from Renee in Green Bay, and as much as I use all of the cephaly that I have in here, all of my cephalic matter, I'm really hardly able to really tell what's up with this letter. But I can tell that she's got a lot of interesting suggestions. Could you go in there for a minute and could you do some inspecting? Don't get that close, Josh. That even upsets me, man. It's not a good look.
I can't see past the hair.
All right, but what I wanted to say is, Renee, this was a beautiful letter, and I thank you very much for writing it. She had a lot of suggestions about things that we might do on Chiller to kind of ramp it up, which tells me that Renee doesn't really like the show. I mean, if you feel that ramping is necessary, I'm guessing she does seem to like it. She did write Deadalicious on the back.
Ooh.
Delicious, my friend. That's correct. So, Renee, thank you very much. Hey, if you folks want to send us stuff, letters or things that we can sample or whatever it is, you may send those letters. Let's see how good Nate is, too. Nate, man, I love him. His beard and his speed. Amazing. Hey, send your stuff to Ned the Dead, care of My New 32, 1391 North Road, Green Bay. Where? Green Bay Whip, 54313. Or if you want to send email, I'll probably disregard it, but you may send it to me. I read them, and I do occasionally write back. Send them to nedthedead@new.rr.com. Now, I also want to say to the young man who made that fabulous hat, the little Ned hat. Here it is. Hold on a minute. I got it. There it is.
Oh.
I know, and I'm supposed to send this picture to him and stuff, and I don't know if he's gotten it yet, but I promise it's coming, little man, because he worked so hard. I promise.
It's cool.
The autograph thing, I will send it. I promise.
He's a brainiac, and what's more, he will suck your brains like they've never been sucked before. Woo. Okay.
Wow. You know what? You sit back here, and every once in a while you explode with eloquence and with delight. You know what I mean? Let's leave the party for a minute, shall we? And just hang on a minute. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. I believe that this is the cerebral cortex right here, the area that I have. I don't know. Did you just put that one up?
Did you try the Abdullah Oblongata?
Now, is this from the dude that was talking about trigonometry, or is this from the lady who was exploring architectural matters?
I think mine is the hooker. The lady of the night.
All right, then.
With the cigarettes.
I think you're right. I actually think that's true. It's much tastier.
To keep you up all night.
That was really nice. Here, how about if we just share? Let's just share that one, and we'll put the guy. We'll give that one to Logan. Logan, here's the guy with the mathematician. He and I are sharing the
streetwalker.
Actually, some of this top part has gotten a little crunchy, where you can actually kind of bite off a little chunk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's very good eating there. That's some good brain, man.
It is.
I'll tell you what. That is, I just love, I think the little chalice thing that he takes into that he piles a little bit onto the chalice and then enjoys himself. That to me is good eating.
Hey, Logan, how's that brain?
Whoa, good.
That's a That's the biggest brain Logan's ever encountered right there, my friend. I'll tell you what.
Brain.
Brains.
Terrible thing to taste.
The mind, there we go. That's Josh's thing. He's been wanting us to say it the whole night. A mind is a terrible thing to taste. There we go.
Yes.
All right, everybody.
And a waste is a terrible thing to mind.
There we go. We're going to go back to the movie now. Go.
Not-
I'm just thinking.
Notice the Baron moved his brains from the cabinet to the trunk. I still don't know if they're being properly refrigerated, though.
Well, I don't know. You know, frankly, I don't think when you use
This is
these
the olden
sucking
days.
tendril to just suck them out of people's heads, I think it really matters. You know,
So if you suck them out of their heads, how do they wind up being back in the goblet?
I don't know. I love the brain vase. I like to call it. I like to call it the brain vase because it just has a good feeling. There was dogmatizing. Again, so we talked about dogmatizing, and I wrote it down here, and employing necromancy.
Wow.
Necromancy, not good, dude. Anything that has necro in it, probably not good when it has mancy after it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, necro is not a really good thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not real sure what necromancy is, but I know that it's not good.
Raising the dead.
Oh, there we go. Josh, raising the dead. Josh is a necromancer, actually. Is that what they would call someone who does that, Josh?
Yep.
A necromancer?
Yep.
That's fantastic.
So this was like 40 years before Anthony Hopkins
Right.
ate brains in Hannibal.
Right.
So Abel Salazar, you are well ahead of the curve.
You know, I just read that book recently, the latest, or they go backwards in the Hannibal story, but the young Hannibal Lecter one.
Yes, Hollywood's big on prequels.
Yeah, I hope they don't make a movie out of it. It was really a good book, though. You know, I was on vacation, and there's something about reading about a young man, like, eating beer. You're sitting at the pool, you know, that's where I was, too. Sitting at the pool, watching people go by, you know, watching the babes walk by, and then alternately reading the horrible young Lecter eating, you know, people's body parts. It just kind of adds a little... What do you have? What kind of liquid is in there?
Water.
Water in there to chase the brain flavor. The water chases the brain flavor out because the brain not tasting as good as it was before. All right, everybody, the same...
Peonies?
What, your knees? On your knees? No, I usually get it right into the,
Peonies?
into the bathroom.
Ah.
I don't usually get it on the knees at all. Are those peonies?
Peonies?
Yeah. Yeah, peonies.
Logan,
Yeah.
peonies?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Pardon us for the unusual nature of children's theater. Of course, that's the point, as you know. Now, the same twin orifices, of course, have created the brain suck. I'm actually starting to get a little sick to my stomach from this stuff. I mean, I've been eating these brains out of the brain chalice for a little while here, and I'm not feeling as good as, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's not quite as good.
No buzz at all?
You know, a lot of people eat brain, though. You know what I'm saying?
Calves' brains?
A lot of people eat brain.
Earlier in the movie, the detective ordered calves' brains, but then he didn't want to hear about the brains being sucked out.
Yeah,
of
I don't
him.
really like, you know, when I see them in the store and stuff, they bother me. I guess I've never been a big brain eating, you know what I mean? Because they look bad. I mean, they don't really like the look that, you know, but I'll eat other organ foods. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Tongue?
I like tongue tacos. Have you ever had those?
No.
Tacos de lengua. Yeah, seriously, that's what they're called. Tacos de lengua. I actually have. No, there's places in Green Bay where I order the tacos de lengua. Tongue is good, Jack. Seriously.
Wow.
I've had tacos de lengua recently in Green Bay. And it does have a... Have you ever had tongue? No. Well, look at a guy like you.
Never
Probably
gotten
not.
tongue.
You know what I mean? No, what I'm saying is it's really, really delicious. It's beefy. It doesn't taste like an organ. It's just got a neat texture. How about you guys? Ever had
Aren't
tongue?
you afraid of
No,
tasting something that can taste you back?
No. Afraid of tasting something that can
I don't
taste
want
you
to
back.
eat anything that's been in
dead,
something's
Josh.
skull.
It's dead. All right, everybody. Bubbles make me want over, and I feel like I'm gonna have to eat some brains now. Sublime. All right, that's enough of it. Why do you have that bubble juice ready? You're always at the ready. You'd make a really good uncle. You know that? You know what I'm saying? I kind of wish you were my uncle. You know, go to your house. You actually have more toys than KB probably at your house. You know what I'm saying? Don't you, Randall?
Oh.
Don't you?
Oh,
Yeah, doctor, I mean, sorry. Oh, actually used his
I
name
did.
there. That was kind of creepy. Oh, yeah, bubble up your delicious brain material. All right, friends. What's the movie next week, Randall? Do you have any idea? Oh, again. What's next week's? What am I doing? What's next week?
It's Jeremiah Morbius. Thank you. Jeremiah Morbius is my name.
All right, and go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
The movie next week is Fury of the Wolfman.
Oh.
Or is it the Furry of the Wolfman?
I think it's whatever.
Maybe they misspelled it.
No, I think it's Fury.
The Fury of the Wolfman.
Oh, that's very nice. Anytime there's Wolfman, now does this one have an actual Wolfman in it or
There's
no?
an actual Wolfman in it.
Is
in
there?
fact,
All right.
The Wolfman is from several Wolfman movies.
Good, because a lot of times we get them, they like says Wolfman in the title or the Mummy or the whatever. I think, hey, great, we're going to have real horror movies. No, I never see a wolf in the whole darn thing.
There's a Wolfman in it.
Oh, man.
He looks
I
a little
might be
like
allergic to that brain.
NBC 26 meteorologist Steve Frazier.
Does he?
It's kind
Well,
of weird.
I think
I can't get past that.
Frazier's really hairy. He is. Have you ever seen him when he's getting ready for the show and he's shaving down?
Especially about the brow.
Oh, well, he shaves down everywhere. I saw him shaving his back and arms before one of his weather gigs. It was crazy. He and Camden were in there, Cameron. I don't even know where I am right now. Hey, everybody, tune in next week for Chiller Theater. We love you. We need you. We thank you. Please stick with us. Thanks, Van Vredes, man. You rule. Or what?